Hi guys, thanks for joining me. So for today's yin practice, we're going to dive right in, starting in a toe squat. So when you're ready, tucking your toes into the mat and sitting your bum on your heels. Now take a minute to see how this feels. If this is too intense, you can place your hands on the mat, lifting your bum away from your heels to release the pressure off your feet. But if after another few breaths you think this is just too uncomfortable, feel free just to kneel or to sit on your bum and just enjoy the next few minutes in a meditative, calm state. But if you have managed the toe squat and you find it okay, check that your shoulders are relaxing down away from your ears. Maybe have a scan of your facial muscles, soften in your cheeks, releasing the jaw. And checking your breath is nice and deep. Maybe counting the breath. Inhale for 5. Long exhale for a count of 8. Anchoring your attention with your breath. Or placing your awareness on a spot in your body that's not stretching. Oh, that's us, we're done. Gently leave the pose, give your toes a wiggle, maybe move your legs. And we'll set up for our next pose, which is dragon, otherwise known as low lunge. So step the left foot in between your hands. Check your left knee is above your left ankle. And if you have 2 blocks handy, you can place your hands on the blocks, just to decrease the distance from your shoulders down to the ground. Now the further your back knee is away from the front foot, the deeper this pose. The closer the back knee to the front foot, the more gentle this pose can be. So just find what suits you, what suits your hips, what suits your right quadricep. And connecting to that deep breath. Maybe bringing in your count. Gently observing your thoughts as well. We want our thoughts to be helping us in the pose. So that could be by having positive thoughts about how this stretch is creating more flexibility in your legs. Think about the benefits. Bring that into your posture. And gently preparing to release, we're going to move straight into our next posture, which is half split. So if you can straighten out the left leg, you may or may not need your blocks to place your hands on, just to give you that distance from the ground if you need it. So check in here that your right hip is above your right knee, the left leg is straight, and your hands can either be directly underneath the shoulders, on your fingertips, or flat on the palms. Or you can walk your hands up towards that left foot, lengthening and lying your torso down toward that left leg. Because we're holding this posture for a few minutes, you don't want to be forcing this in any way. Just find where you can comfortably hold this pose. Even if it doesn't feel like a deep stretch, I can guarantee you that it will deepen as the minutes go on. So no stress, no strain, just gently folding. Using each breath to help extend and lengthen your spine. Relaxing even more with every exhale. Great job. We'll prepare to release this half split. Coming forward into your low lunge and then shifting back onto hands and knees. Make any movement you feel necessary here to stretch your body, giving some relief to that left leg. And when you're ready, we'll do that on the other side. So right foot in between your hands. Check the position of your right knee above your right heel. Position your blocks underneath your hands if you need them. And just think about the distance that's best for you between your front foot and your back knee. And then surrendering into the pose. Maybe sensing where the weight is going into your hands. Checking it's not all dropping into the heel of the hands, into the wrists. Try and spread your weight into your fingers, the ball of the hands, all around your palm. Keeping your chest lightly lifted. And with each gentle breath, feeling your muscles unwinding, letting go. Amazing job. We're now going to transition into half split. So gently straightening out that right leg and just checking that your left hip is above your left knee. Throughout this pose, watch your left hip doesn't collapse. You want to keep the hip directly above the knee at all times. So finding the position that's best for your hands, either directly underneath the shoulders, or you can walk the hands up towards that right foot. Your chest is either high, extended away from the right leg, or if you want a deeper stretch, lower your body down towards your right knee. Bringing awareness to your thoughts, to your mind. Once again, checking that your inner chatter is helping you, is aiding the pose. Even if it's just acknowledging your lovely breath, how good the breath feels. Direct your mind, your thoughts, to something more positive. Almost there. You're doing great. And preparing to release, shifting your weight forward and then coming onto hands and knees. Make any movements that feel good for that right leg, and now making your way onto your bum. The next pose is a quad stretch. So if you can bring your left foot by the side of your left hip, so the front of your shin is connected to the ground. You're going to tuck and scoop your tailbone under and gently take your weight toward the back of your mat. You can stay lifted, you can stay high here if you can already feel the intensity in the muscles of your quad. Or if you have the range of motion, you can come down and place your weight onto your forearms. If this pose is not for you, this can also be done lying on your tummy. Bring your left heel in towards your left bum cheek and grab a hold of it with your left hand. Make sure to tuck the tailbone tight. That's what's going to engage the muscles in your quad. Whatever position you are in, scan your body for tension that might be creeping up in your core, in your shoulders, or in your facial muscles. Try and soften and relax your whole body. And try not to force. Just gradually allow this pose to develop. The longer you're here, the more your muscles will start to adjust. Take it easy. Breathe it out. And taking your final couple of breaths here. And then preparing to release. It may feel nice to make some gentle movements with your legs here. Dropping your knees to one side of the mat and then the other. Do whatever feels best for you. And then we'll move on to the other side. Let's bring your right heel by the side of your right hip. Your shin is connected to the floor. Tuck your tailbone under and then take your shoulders toward the back of your mat. And remember, both legs are completely different. So just because you got to one depth on one side does not mean it will be accessible on this side. Or you may even be able to go deeper. Just take a few breaths to feel it out. See where your range is. See where it's comfortable to hold. We want our yin postures to be gentle on the body. If they're gentle on the body, our mind is gentle to our body. When we cause force, when there's strain, we cause an inner battle between our mind, what our body's doing, and that sets off our emotions. Gently finding a place of comfort to be able to sit for the next few minutes will make all the difference to your mind, to your body, and to the benefits of the pose. After a few minutes, you may be able to go deeper, just as your body has moved and adjusted to the position. But work your way there. Don't go too deep first and expect your body to work and adjust for you. Go in lightly. Take care of your body in every moment. Breathing deep. And maybe inviting in one big deep breath. And then you can prepare to release. Lifting yourself up. Releasing that right leg out. And if it felt nice, you can drop your knees from side to side, just as you did before. So now, finding yourself on your knees, standing on your knees. Our next pose is camel pose. So first I'm just going to demonstrate the easier option. By sitting on your heels, place your hands behind you, lift your hips high to the sky, tuck and scoop your tailbone under. And see how long you can hold here. We'll be here for around 2 minutes. But if you want to take this a bit deeper, you can tuck your toes into the ground, stand on your knees, take your hands back and place them on your heels, and then send your hips forward, gently expanding the chest, rolling the shoulders away from your ears, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and make sure your tailbone is tucked at all times. Now you have the option to drop your head all the way back, or keep your chin tucked into your chest. So this pose can be deep, maybe even too deep to some. So feel free to exit at any time and take the easier option. Or if you want to release from both, from the easy option as well, just take a seat on your knees. Or find yourself in a child's pose. Very well done. It's time to release. So removing your hands from your feet or from the mat, whichever pose you were in. And now move into child's pose. So releasing your forehead down to the mat, take your hands behind your body, lightly holding onto your heels, and let your shoulders fall down towards the ground. Sending your breath to the back of your lungs. Allowing softness to spread through your shoulders. Your breath to travel round the back of your lungs. And your back to gently round. And now, making your way onto hands and knees, preparing for our next pose, which is pigeon pose. So if you can place your right knee behind your right wrist, and you choose where you want your right heel to be placed. So the further your right heel is away from your hips, from your inner groin, the deeper the pose. And the closer the heel is to your groin, the less intense. So you choose where the best position is. And then lengthen your left leg to the back of the mat, lowering your upper body down towards the ground. Feel free to lie your forehead on your hands or extend your hands straight out of the shoulder sockets toward the top of your mat. Now again, we will be here for a few minutes. So make sure the depth and the intensity that you choose for this pose is light. It will increase as the moments go on. So make sure it's bearable for your body and for your mind. being the observer of your thoughts the whole time. Trying to keep your mind anchored with the sensations of your body, either your breath or how things feel. But even if your mind does get caught up in different thoughts, different thinking, that is absolutely fine. Just keep bringing your mind back to the breath, back to this present moment. And slowly and gently releasing from this pose. Lifting your chest away from the ground, extend that right leg back, make any movements that feel nice for you. And then setting up your pigeon pose with the left leg this time. So placing your left knee behind your left wrist, and you choose the perfect distance from your inner groin to your heel. Either extend it away or close to you. The right leg straightens all the way back to the back of the mat, and you can lie your head down towards the ground. Connecting with your breath. Having a body scan to make sure tension isn't creeping up in your back or in your shoulders. Just find the point where you can relax, release, and let go. Very well done. It's now time to release. So slowly and gently lifting your body away from the ground, releasing this pigeon pose and coming onto your bum. And eventually making your way down onto your back. Our next pose is a spinal twist. Placing your knees together and dropping them to the left side of the mat. Now you can stay here, or you can reach for your left foot with your right hand. So we're adding in a spinal twist plus a quad stretch. Here, just make sure that both of your shoulders stay anchored to the ground. you're holding on to that left knee. And just relax. Let gravity do the work here. Let your body soften, your breath deepen, your cells to unwind, your mind creating calm. And taking your final breath in the spinal twist. Preparing to gently and slowly release from this pose. Bringing your legs back into center. Realign your spine, make sure you're straight. And then dropping both knees to the right side of the mat this time. You may want to grab a hold of your right foot with your left hand to add that quad stretch. Keep a hold of your left knee with the right hand, encouraging it down towards the ground. Relaxing the shoulders, make sure both of your shoulders are touching the mat. Relaxing and releasing with every breath. Feel this gentle spinal twist, bringing more blood, more energy to your spine, giving greater range of motion within your body, more openness, more fluidity. Relaxing with each breath. And now it's time to release this pose. So bringing your legs back into the centre. And it's time for Shavasana. So if you would like, you may want to grab a blanket, keeping yourself comfortable for the last few moments of our class. Finding the ideal position for your legs, either bent or lying flat on the ground. Just allowing your body to surrender into the mat. Allowing all your muscles to unwind with each gentle exhale out. Maybe feeling your body sinking into the mat. Taking this time to just notice this very moment where you enjoy some time to yourself. Well, this is where I will love and leave you. Please feel free to lie here for as long as you need. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Yin yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks again. Namaste.